Alright, we are back for round 3, so the finals actually. That hand is slightly heavy on land. I think it's still a keep. I do have one piece of the combo. I have an impulse. It's not great, but I don't think it's bad enough that it's a mulligan. I think my opponent might be playing blue-white control, but we've seen quite a lot of counterspell from the first opponent. We have quite a lot of counterspell ourselves, so... And we've seen a sword to plowshare from the last opponent, so they might not have a lot of way to interact with us at instant speed. Hopefully this is the case. I guess we'll see. Glenn should be great against a blue-white deck, I would assume. And I don't know why, but jeez, it takes 10 seconds each time to play a land. Not sure why. Alright, yeah, definitely seems like some sort of blue. Maybe it might be blue-white with more creature. Actually, my opponent might very well be playing an opposition deck, because they just messaged me saying that their last opponent just rage quit or something, so I think opposition is one reason to, to rage quit, so maybe it could be that. I don't really know. So maybe it's just a slow Esper control. Probably not Reanimator, because the first opponent had all the Reanimator cards. Oh, never mind. The first opponent did not have that many counterspell. I'm just thinking about another draft actually. All right, they counter the impulse. Pretty bad for me. And drawing. Yeah, the fact that they had a counter for the impulse and that I draw 2 mountain in my draw step was pretty damn awful. Not too much I can do about that though. Alright, so it seems like a very control-y deck. Ancestral, seems like a very well-built Esper control deck. That might be a poor matchup for me, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Especially with those draws, Jesus. I don't think I want to run out Glen Elendra. It doesn't do much if I cannot have the blue available. They probably have a counterspell, and I think I will lose that because, well, my draw has been awful. I mean, when you keep a land heavy on hand, on land because you have an impulse, the impulse gets countered and you draw 3 mountains in a row. I guess there was a Glen in between, but still, that was pretty damn awful. And the vision should just finish me. Things are not looking great. I think I will run out that. If they have a counterspell, they have a counterspell. I mean, I don't think that not doing anything is an awesome option either. And they might run a Planeswalker that I could steal with the conscript after that. No answer. Alright, that might actually be a very good news for me. Because now, if I somehow top deck kiki-jiki, I think I win. I mean, combo with Elendra backup seems like an awesome way to finish the game. If they play a Titan, I can actually steal it. Grave Titan would still kill me quite quickly, even if I can steal it. Alright, sure. Maybe no, I don't think countering that is right. Ashok, pretty bad. What did I got? Not the kiki-jiki. Well, that's good news. I draw another land though. Jeez, so many lands. Those have been pretty bad for me. Good news is that I can kill Ashok with that and get Cunning Spark Mage onto the board, barring some weird things. So that should end up being fairly decent for me. I think I could use... Oh, never mind, I cannot attack it if I just... actually... It might have been a... for some reason I thought I would be able to attack it, but obviously if my opponent... if I steal it, I cannot get it. So it might... I think I can use -5 even though I don't have anything to remove. And maybe I should have done that. That's probably better than getting the Spark Mage onto the battlefield. Yup, that was most likely a misplay. Especially when I really don't want my kiki-jiki to be removed from the game. Yeah, I think that was... Yeah, that was not good. That was not good at all. That was a bad move on my side. They did not get kiki-jiki, fortunately. But this Ashok is gonna stay onto the battlefield most likely, which is the more problematic thing here. Yeah, I think I should have -5 it, part of the Water Veil. And that's bad. I did not really expect that. That's, I think, a fairly bad card. I think I'm losing that. Like, I've been in a really tough spot. I kind of was like, I thought I would be better. When this resolved, I was kind of like, well, maybe I have a shot, but now it really sounds awful for me. Ugh, yeah, I don't really see how I can come back. The part kind of was the nail in the coffin. I think I should have -5 that thing, and I think I can. I think I don't need a target to -5 this. So, yeah, that was definitely bad. And they got the Recruiter, not the worst. I mean, game is not over yet, definitely not, but things are not looking good at all. Terminus, not very good for me. I might as well deal the damage to Ashok, yes. I'm just, yeah, if my opponent remove kiki-jiki with Ashok, I will lose. Yeah, I should have -5 that thing, and I'm quite sure that I can actually do that, and I didn't really need that, yeah, that was just straight up bad. I did not need, the pinger onto the battlefield, so yeah, that play did not make. I'm quite sure that you can -5 that thing even though you don't have a target. Ralzarek is not gonna be a sufficient answer. Yes, actually. Yeah, actually it could be an answer if they don't have an answer to Deceiver Exarch. That seems not very likely though. Not very likely. Ashok is really good. Pretty good against me. Pretty good in general. And my opponent seems to have a very solid Esper control deck. And I don't think I've played this well. This should be off the board. And if this was off the board, I would be in like much better shape. So yeah. Alright. Let's not complain too much. I definitely think that I could have done better things. I don't know, for some reason I was like, well, I just get my thing and then I attack it and then it dies from the conscript, but obviously if you steal something you cannot really attack it anymore. So that did not work out so well. Well, I guess they are eating something of that, given... Maybe I should I answer by using Deceiver Exarch? Maybe. I don't think so though, because they could change their play by doing something else in Ashok. Wrath of Gun, alright, interesting. I don't really mind that too much. I'm just worried about instant speed, removal or counter spells. They did still not get... I mean, as long as kiki-jiki is in my deck, I have chances to win, honestly. So, there is that. And if they tap out there, we might be doing something. Tassa. Tassa is not animated. Alright, so I think I can get rid of that. I need to tap the Ogre, though. So hopefully they don't have Pass to Exile, because they cannot really have... Sword to Plowshare. If I get rid of Ashok, I might actually come back in this game, because then if Glen Elendra is onto the battlefield, I just need to top that kiki-jiki and it's game over. Or I can just draw it, like a boss. Yeah, I don't think it's very likely that my opponent has an answer. So I'll go for the kill. That was lucky, I'm not gonna lie. That was really lucky, and I think I've played this poorly, but I think we are winning here. Cause there is only Pass to Exile, honestly. Only Pass to Exile. There's one card in the entire cube. Ooh, they are using the top in response. Interesting. Maybe I should have played Gland first, that was maybe safer. I'm a bit puzzled now. I mean, I can still kill Ashok no matter what. Alright, they just conceded. Jesus, that game was not going well. That top deck was crazy. Good lord. If I hadn't top decked this, I would have been able to kill Ashok and get the Glen onto the battlefield, so I think I would have ended up in a decent spot, but still, that was quite crazy top deck. Alright, so Removal seems pretty weak in this matchup. Cunning Spark Mage seems quite awful. FTK is probably even more clunky than Flame Slash because they are not playing many creatures. I wanna still have a few things in my deck, but probably not too much. I think I like Flame Speaker as an early threat. I think I will keep Flame Slash because I still wanna have a few removal. And Assemble the Legion could be great in this matchup actually. Seems like a very threatening card to me. So I will add those, cut 2 mountains, and that's gonna be the main deck, I think. I've been top decking so well. I mean, the Remand match 1, and the kiki-jiki there. I mean, there was not that many cards left in my deck, but still, that was sick. That was sick. And I've played with Ashok pretty badly. I think I should have done this otherwise. Yeah, and I'm quite positive that you can -5 even if there's nothing that costs 5, and that the ability resolve and you don't get anything. But I haven't played with Ashok too often to actually be sure of that. I like Ashok a lot though. I think it's a very solid planeswalker. Alright. I think actually Lightning Strike is better because it can target my opponent, as Flame Slash cannot do that. Even though it's a better card to kill creatures. So that's gonna be the main deck. Again, Kiln Fiend could in theory be good, but I don't have that many instant or sorceries that I want to cast during my turn, so I'm not even sure that this would be good. Is that good? It's fine. Again, it's a bit like last hand. It's not bad, but it's a bit lackluster. It's not... I mean, it's fine. Against a control deck, I think it's fine. I have card draw spell, one part of the combo. I have a way to kind of look if there is bad thing. It's not bad. Alright, top is not the worst. I would have been slightly worried about Ancestral Vision. And then I don't think there's any reason to use Probe yet. And if they want to counter that, I'm completely fine. Like, no problem. Alright, Remand is solid draw, I think. I don't know. Why cannot I play my land in time? That's weird. Ooh, no, never mind. It's just them topping. Yeah, definitely a good old Esper control deck. Hopefully I can come through with my sweet tempo combo deck. Not so tempo, but combo-y deck, I guess. Pure Drain. Don't mind if I do. I think I will keep both. Sounds good. I will draw Mountain first, so if they have a discard spell, they cannot get the Confluence, but Confluence seems good. I can cast it, and it's probably pretty good in this matchup. Counterspell tend to be good in Mirror. I'm not really a control deck, but in facing other control deck. And more red is important for kiki-jiki, and yeah, I mean, I like both cards. Marsh Flats, well, fetch are pretty good with top. So I don't like that top too much in general, but if you have miracle cards, if you have fetch, that can be good. I will not argue against that. We have pretty decent things in hand though. I think between Remand, Moldrift, yeah, we have stuff. We have stuff. Watery Grave, no problem. And I guess another top at the end of the turn. Yeah, my open deck is super control-y. I mean, it's fine. It's. I think the last draft I uploaded, I was actually playing something similar, probably a bit worse, because the open deck seems quite good, but it was kind of similar, like base blue-white control, I guess. Probably scrying to the bottom, something that they did not want. That they do not on top. Alright, well, sure. Sure. As I will be throwing a Confluence. Yeah, let's pass the turn. I could just cast Pestermite at the end of their turn. It could bait a counterspell. It could also... I don't really mind if they remove it. The card I'm worried about is Kiki-jiki, but other than that, I'm like completely fine if they counter anything else. So, yeah. I think I will play it to bait a potential counterspell or a removal. It doesn't cost me much. Yeah, it seems good. Let's tap the Watery Grave. If they want to remove that from the game, it's completely fine. And if they don't do anything, then, you know, I'm applying pressure, which I don't mind. And I have a bunch of counterspell backup, so I'm fine sitting there. Again, if they do nothing during their turn, I can just draw 3 with Mystic Confluence, so yeah. Now that Pestermite is into the battlefield, I'm in a spot where I can just sit there and deal damage, and if they don't want to do anything, I'm fine with that. I will probably never tap out anytime soon. If they have a cheap removal, well, it be what it be. But I could still forbid it and then still have Remand backup, so... Sounds fine. Don't think I want to draw 3. Hitting land drop is really important there, especially when it's red. Quite good for me. At some point they might just... They are likely to remove my Pestermite end of the turn. I mean, during my turn, at least. And if they do that, well, it's fine. I could probe. I don't think this accomplishes match, though. Alright, top. As much as you want. Yeah, I mean, I can stay there doing that for ages. I don't mind that. And I might just draw 3 end of their turn. Seems like a fine move to make. Alright, something is happening. A Seagate Oracle. I don't really want to let that resolve. I think I will remand it. And this will give me information, because if they don't cast it back, they probably have a counterspell. Ooh, kiki-jiki. Yeah, they cannot afford to tap out. Alright, I think I will probe here. They probably have an answer, but on the off chance that they are bluffing and that they don't have anything, I guess they have the top, so it might not be a very good... Ooh, alright, so I need to write down everything here. Rift is an answer. Exclude is definitely an answer. Seagate is an answer. I mean, no, never mind. Seagate is not an answer, but Seagate is something. Spell Pierce, alright, good to know. Verdict and Wrath of God. 6 card. Alright, I cannot really combo yet, that's for sure. Impulse is not bad. Yeah, I think I'll do that. If they want to use their spell, whatever it is, I'm fine. I think I'll just get a land here, honestly. Probably the Foundry, so I can cast my Assemble the Legion, potentially. It will also give me more red if they have a way to destroy my land. I think I don't mind paying the life and being able to do more things, basically. Should I just copy Pestermite? What would that accomplish? I guess if I do that, I can just exclude, which seems pretty bad for me, so for now we'll just pass the turn. Topping again, alright, sure. Yeah, I cannot cast Confluence because of the Spell Pierce, but I can forbid through Spell Pierce, which is pretty important, so that's a reason to keep the Foundry available. My opponent is just taking 2 each turn though, which, you know, is fine with me. And for some reason they did not cast the Oracle there. Weird, alright. Regent is not bad. Cannot recast it because they would exclude, and then if I forbid they can use the other stupid thing, so it seems pretty lame to me. A Rift. Just a Rift like that. Alright, so Rift is not in their hand anymore. I could just forbid the Rift. How much do I care about doing that? Rift. I'm a bit puzzled here. My opponent doesn't have anything threatening, so I could tap out actually. That's a very interesting play here. Spell Pierce is pretty good for my opponent at this point. I think I will let that resolve actually. And probably discard a Brutal Expulsion, which doesn't seem to do a whole lot for me. Yeah. Rift is so... I guess I will bait the exclude with my Pestamite and let them resolve their Seagate Oracle. Yeah, why not? I mean, I have the only thing I'm really worried about being countered is the kiki-jiki. Other than that, I don't care too much about anything actually. So I will just cast my Pestamite. Will I try to counter their thing though? No, whatever. You excluded my thing. Fine. Alright, Temple of Epiphany is not a bad draw. I think I like lands in general. I don't mind that too much. Given what I have in hand, I think I should just Artcast Muldrifter and pass the turn. Alright, they drew something in the meantime, or maybe they will just stop. Alright, so they have just Spell Pierce that I know about and 2 Wrath Effect in hand. Other than that, they have 2 unknown cards. I drew off the Muldrifter, which is good. Ralzarek sounds good. They might have to Wrath away the Muldrifter, maybe. I mean, they can also just continue to take 2 each turn. That doesn't sound very good, though. Next turn I can Ralzarek and still keep Forbid with enough mana to pay for Spell Pierce. That sounds pretty good. Hopefully they don't play something too threatening. Tessa does not sound too threatening to me. Top. They draw a card off top, alright, sure. Jace, Architect of Thought. Yeah. Yeah, sure. I'm quite glad that my opponent is tapping out there. Alright, I think I'm fine with what happened right there. So I think my best choice is to Rel Zarek. Deal 3 to Jace, attack Jace for 1. Yes. I could try to kill it. Actually, I could have killed it with kiki-jiki, kind of. That sounds pretty bad, though. I just want to use kiki-jiki to win, not to do something else. I guess my opponent can attack Ralzarek now. This game is definitely interesting, and there are a lot of different ways I could have played that might have been better. Maybe I should have played more aggressively. I don't know. There are definitely options, and different things were available to me. Spell Pierce has been pretty annoying, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like if I draw Exarch at this point, I should be able to win, though. They still have 3 cards that I know about in hand. That seems pretty bad. They verdict away my things. Sure. I don't mind that too much, actually. They draw off... Oh no, they play the top, never mind. I don't really care about that. Alright, sure. So I guess I will... Actually, let's just do that first. Alright, let's tap this and untap my mountain. Alright. Sure. And let's cast a Thunderbreak Regent. And now I can forbid with the mana backup for Spell Pierce. Sounds good. I mean, Mystic Confluence with the mana backup for Spell Pierce. Alright. Let's pass the turn. Alright. Oh, Terminus. They have a Wrath, so... Yeah, sure, you got my Regent. You got my Regent. I mean, it's on the bottom, so at some point it will come back and be a threat again, and yeah, it's like fine. So Spell Pierce, Wrath of God, and an unknown card. Well, I will definitely be glad to trade my Ralzarek for Jace, if my opponent lets me do that. Ashok, well, this will be countered. Do I want... So I could discard an island and Phantasmal Image, I think it's fine. If they Spell Pierce and then have another counter spell, is slightly annoying, but other than that... Alright. Island, sure. I think I will trade my Ralzarek for Jace, like I'm fine doing that. Especially when they have Tassa. So it puts them pretty far away from... maybe I should have kept my island in hand for Forbid. Alright, alright. I think I will draw 3 of Mystic Confluence there. End of turn, most likely. Yep. Sure. And if I get my Pestamite of that, I think I win, because then I can cast Kiki-jiki with 4-bit backup. That should be good enough. Kiki-jiki with 4-bit and the mana for the other thing. Dismiss. No, I will definitely 4-bit that thing. That's pretty solid, actually. Yeah, those were some solid top decks. Alright, I think I want to run that out when they are tapped out. Oh, never mind. Sure. And then probably the good old Glen. I mean, no reason not to, right? And that should be the end of this draft and of this game. Don't really see how my opponent is gonna come back in this game. Like, unless they can top deck something like Grave Titan or a very, very sick card, I think this should be good enough. Grave Titan beats Assemble the Legion, though. I'm not gonna lie, it definitely beats the card. Wrath of God, no problem. No problem. Feel free to do that. So they have Spell Pierce and random thing in hand. Alright, that really sounds like the end of this game. Again, Grave Titan or maybe something along those lines could be good, but here things are looking grim for the opponent. And I still have the combo, so it's not like I can just straight up win at some point. Alright, let's beat them. Yeah. Like, even if they manage to do something, I'm winning with the combo next turn, so it's like, sure. Ooh, the deck came through and it worked well. Sweet. Yeah. Don't really see my opponent getting out of this there. I might be wrong, but they need a lot of things. Like, really a lot of things. Because I have a Miscalc, a Glen, and the combo, so I can just focus on countering. Like, if they play Grave Titan, I'm like fine. So I can just keep the Glen. So they would need, yeah, they need a tremendous amount of things to not die here. And even if they can somehow not die to the combo, I still have like really threatening things onto the battlefield, so. And they have Spell Pierce in hand, so I guess I could have a removal and then draw a removal of the top, but yeah, that's probably game. Especially since they already used their Terminus. Okay, what is that? Sphinx Ref for 5. Yes, I guess. I mean, I could have just miscalculated that thing, actually. But, yeah. Alright. Sweet. So that's gonna be the draft. That was sweet. The deck worked out very well. It was fun. We did different things. We played Control. We played Aggro. It was just great. I really enjoyed this draft. I hope you did too. If it was the case, feel free to leave a like or subscribe. It's really appreciated. And I see you guys for another one.